Oh, it's time. Time to get radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Radical Comment of the Week for January 19th through the 25th, 2021. These are the very best comments from that time period. Starting out with the three honorable mentions, we have Haddington Rose, Philippe Rene, and Marianason. The bronze medal comes to us from Patrice Bryant. So interesting, this topic. I collect many things, like I have tons of vintage toys like valuable Hot Wheels that I found for very inexpensive prices, yet I knew they were valuable based on the collector's guides I have on most everything I was finding, for like 50 cents each, laugh out loud. So I knew I scored right away. Same with my Beanie Baby collection. Never did I buy one for retail price at a store. I also know before I went hunting for them which ones to grab for dirt cheap, so now I have some good stuff to resell to whoever really collects it. But Funko Pop seems a bit hard to view that way, especially if you pay retail. Some may go up, but you likely would never get the $50K you invested. That's a lot of money. Even if you love them, my goodness, 5,000 to 6,000 of them is rough. I'm opening an eBay store and always plan to. I also collected Pez dispensers as a kid and paid like 25 to 50 cents for them, but thank God my mom kept them for me. It's like a pyramid. The first ones are worth a lot, and I guess I had insight even back then. Doubt these will go up like Pez did. It also was for fun's sake as a kid, not value. I wanted more than just a candy to show off for my allowance, haha. And yeah, women would probably be like, bye, gotta go, laughing my ass off. Yeah, I think your comment was on that one video I talked about. The guy, I think he spent $50,000 on all those Funko Pops. And I just didn't get it. I didn't understand why a person would spend $50,000 on Funko Pops of all things, right? We aren't talking like sculpted Todd McFarlane figures. You know, we're talking about generic crappy Funko Pops, spending $50,000 on that. You know, I mean, the things I could do with $50,000, the things most of you could do with $50,000, probably wouldn't spend them on Funko Pops. And you could say, well, maybe he's making that collection so he wants to make more money, like he's playing the stock market. I just don't see Funko Pops long term, you know, that investment being worth far more than what he paid. I don't see it, right? I don't see it. And you talk about what I think is a really great strategy for collectors to pick up things dirt cheap, you know, pick up things dirt cheap, you know, yard sales, and these things might have more value for other people. Where people get into a problem is paying retail or above retail for things and then making a guess that they're going to be worth a lot of money one day. When the fact of the matter is, there's probably a lot of people with that same mindset. I mean, look at comics back in the 90s. There were people standing in line to get, you know, #1 issues of things going, well, you know, this is going to pay for my college. I mean, look it up. Seriously, people were like that. They were thinking that, not thinking, well, wait a second. Everyone else is doing the same thing. So are we all going to college for free from buying a couple comics? Thank you there. Patrice Bryant. The silver medal comes to us from Terra Nigma. I've learned to stay away from the hype, and that's what I did with CP 2077. Other than checking out a couple of trailers over the years, didn't watch any of the gameplay or YouTuber videos talking about the game. I bought it on Steam when it came out, and despite some of the bugs, glitches, and overall lack of polish, I enjoyed the game. I finished it with 87 hours played. Maybe it's because I avoided the hype, and maybe because I knew that no game could ever live up to that level of hype, or maybe because I played all CD Projekt Red games at launch, starting with their first Witcher game, then the second, and the third, and then the bugs and the demanding hardware the games need to run at launch didn't surprise me. What surprised me, though, was how they went out of their way to make sure no reviews or footage of the game could be shown of the game running on consoles before the game came out. And any YouTuber who agreed to that type of an agreement is a fucking sellout as far as I'm concerned. I mostly play on my PC and have the hardware and one of the new high-end graphic cards to run the game, so despite the overall lack of polish and the fact that the game doesn't feel like it was finished, it looks gorgeous and I absolutely love the combat and character customization as far as specializing in different skills. I've uploaded a benchmark run of the game and a couple of missions. One where I complete a mission undetected. I love stealth in games. It was a mix of hacker / pistol / stealth. The ability to approach the combat from stealth or go to John Rambo was nice, and in that aspect it feels more like an RPG than The Witcher does, but the game needed a bit more time in the oven and it shouldn't have released on consoles. I can only speak from my experience, and I never experienced any crashes to desktop or encountered any game-breaking bugs where I had to load an older save or something like that. I started playing the game on a last-gen mid-range graphics card and finished it on a current-gen high-end one. No crashes or stability issues. Well, not everyone's going to have the same exact experience from playing a game, and that's like any game, you know? The same people that will experience a lot of bugs in one game, it might not be the same way for someone else. Like somebody says, hey, I got a lot of bugs in this game. And there's a lot of bugs in that game, especially, was there a patch released yet? Might need a whole lot of patches. There's a lot of bugs, but you took it for what it was. And you enjoyed your experience with it, right? You didn't have these lofty expectations. You went into the game and you were like, you know what? I'm going to have fun with it. Sometimes we have that mindset that, you know what? We are going to have fun with a game regardless of whatever, We're going to watch a movie and you're like, damn it, I'm going to enjoy this movie. I don't care what people say. I don't care what people tell me if I'm going to enjoy it or not enjoy it. I'm going to have my own experience with it. Okay, there's a lot of issues with this game from CD Projekt Red. Looking into the development, you're looking at it like, really an open world game of this type? A bit lofty for a studio like that. The gold medal, the shiny, shiny gold medal comes to us from Destroyer of Heroes. I wish that we could just get these white knights to make their mind up on whether all this cash being raked in is a donation or payment for a service. Woodhawker has clearly laid out like he's getting a payment for a service, but openly refers to Patreon as his tip jar. The real issue is that there is no system of checks and balances to see what your money goes to. World history is littered with many instances of donation fraud. You think you're giving money to starving children, but you actually end up funding some political campaign or militia. People have a right to ask where the money goes to for donations and have the right to critique a service that is being offered. So either way, these defenders of e-beggary are hypocrites. Take John Hancock, for example. He has taken donations for making his channel better, plus donations for a museum for many, many years now. In 2021, his videos look no better than when he first started, his editing is bad, and his content is lazy. It's safe to say that there is no way to prove that he has put the money to use that he asked for his channel. There's also no museum, and he has went to great lengths to avoid addressing it, yet he still has hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations for the museum. It's quite hypocritical to refer to the critics of those e-beggars as drama channels when the e-beggars themselves are drama channels. There's zero argument that can be made against this statement, as hundreds of examples can be shown to prove that the e-beggar channels themselves are drama channels. Woodhawker has continuously started drama on social media and gotten his fans to attack any channel that would criticize him. John Hancock false strikes channels. Smash JT continues to cause drama with anybody that will get him views, whether it's Radical Rick, Wood, RGT, John Hancock, or his ex-buddy Eric. Silent Rob's whole channel is a drama channel with beg streams. It's primarily rants and personal attacks. 8-Bit Eric is pure drama. He's well known for doxing and using sock accounts. It's all proven as a fact. Right now, he's on another channel carrying on pure drama. Maybe the defenders of these beggars should actually research the channels that they are defending? Well, a great comment that has a lot of great points. Some things that I might not agree with, but not every comment that, is worthy of a gold medal is something that I'm going to 100% agree with every single point. But as far as the points of agreement, I'll start out where you started out in here. Okay, they can't decide. They can't decide. Is it a service or is it donation? Woodhawker talks about his tip jar, just a humble tip jar, right? You can just tip them. But if they're doing a service, then it's like, well, they're providing a service, right? So we can't judge that service that they provide? It gets kind of confusing, doesn't it? Right? Gets kind of confusing. So let me get this straight. You're providing a service, like let's say a business, right? You know, Yelp, right? Yelp exists, and people can leave reviews of places they go to for the betterment of everybody. They can leave their experiences there. You know, Amazon has reviews. A lot of those 5 stars though are questionable. But I usually go to the critical reviews of anything or anyone, right? Okay? So you want to be in a position to where you can't even be 100% honest with your audience. Okay, you go to John Hancock's Patreon, for instance. You go to it, and I'm guaranteeing you, I'm guaranteeing you it's going to say something about improving his channel. I don't have to go there and check it out. It's the same song and dance. You go to every Patreon and they talk about how they're going to improve their channel and put your donations, which is donations, by the way. There's no other way to frame it, you know. Your donations to their channel, they're going to put it into their channel. The purpose, right? Of all the things to donate to, by the way, Destroyer of Heroes, donating to a YouTube channel, one of the stupidest fucking things I could ever think of. When someone goes to one of these channels, one of these e-beggar channels, and says, hey, you know what? Why should we give you money? Like, why should we give you money for just talking about video games when we could go buy video games? They don't have any answer for that. You know, what they are providing is not high quality entertainment in 99.9% of cases. It's not high quality entertainment. All right? These people act as if sitting down in front of games and talking about them is a job. Not only like a job on YouTube, like Review Tech USA claims is a job, but it's their job and they want you to give them money.